right, we can kind of head out this way. That was a pretty big class. Roughly 300 students a class, so 1,000.
It is a very competitive market for the number of high school graduates that we have in the state.
And then to our left here, we have our chapel.
When I came in 2009 and 10 in transition, I said to the board, a storm is gathering. And I began to share with them demographic data and information and an opportunity for us to begin to forecast what we thought were possible scenarios. So having done 4 pricing studies in a 6-year period, along with other branding and marketing studies, we began to detect a change in attitude among those who are looking for a college education.
As you can also see, a lot of students like to hang out and do their homework here.
The annual tuition right now is $38,600. In the fall of 2020, it will be $18,600. But it wasn't simply about looking at could we lower our price. It was fundamentally a question about what does it cost to educate a student. It's hard to find the differences between where Pella begins and ends and Central College begins and ends. Pella, geographically, of course, is southeast of Des Moines, but its place is really about its founding, and founded by a Dutch community in 1847.
And Pella has a rich culture of Dutch heritage, but combined with a really global impact with both the college being here and the industries.
While we were looking at the tuition pricing approach, at the same time we had to think differently about recruitment. We're counting down every visit to every high school. It's 377 high schools.
We are checking them off here, putting a red dot.
We brainstormed about a whole list of people across campus that could help us if we couldn't get to every single high school just with the enrollment team.
I went down Highway 3
Okay.
and Highway 10.
All right.
The new tuition announcement has been received incredibly well. Counseling offices in schools of all sizes saying this is a difference maker for students and their families.
Oski's, is it about 10,000?
Yeah.
As well?
Yeah, just a little.
Oskaloosa, affectionately known as Oski. So students from these smaller communities really resonate with Central and Pella.
But it is also opening up the conversation just to be able to have more conversations with people.
The way I put it to people is that we've always, for my 36-year career, relied on the admissions funnel metaphor.
I'm Kayla.
You pile in a lot of applications on the top and you just run them through the machinery and then they come out the bottom. The funnel's broken. Everything that we've seen in our research tells us that that funnel no longer works as it once did. And the manifestation of that is huge drops in yield. What we do is to say, who is expressing the greatest levels of interest in Central College? And how do we then work with them to make this a viable option?
We know the students that come to Central College, they want to work hard, they have big plans, and they want to make the good choices, right choices.
Back probably 8 or 10 years ago, the makeup of the student population here at Central, which at that time was 80% Iowa, 20% out of state. And so we started putting in strategies and tactics that would allow us to get to more out of state markets. And this fall of 2019, our entire student population is 65% Iowa and 35% out of state.
From Aurora, Illinois. When I started looking for colleges, Central was one of the first places I came across. They are really good at outreaching in my area. State costs in Illinois were going to be more expensive than it was for me to come here.
We do things on this campus like writing individual cards to admitted students so that we can begin to draw a connection to them.
They kept messaging me or like getting a hold of me. But now that I'm here, the first week was pretty rough, like not knowing anyone and feeling out of place because it was a whole different state.
This is a very relational place, and so we live that out.
And then when I got the message the first day, it was like, hey, come visit me. And so I called my mom and I was like, I'm feeling kind of homesick. She's like, stop what you're doing, go see your adopted mom.
Just pull in front of that. I guess we'll go between these two, that's fine.
It was not clear to us in those early days of research exactly where this was going to move, but what's always true about higher education is that each year is a full new crop.
Are you here on the Central College visit?
Yes.
Come on in.
Hey, fancy.
What's your name?
Jacob Byers.
Nice to see you.
Now, not being from Iowa, I've learned to appreciate what a crop is. And the classes that come in, they come and go. And so there's no continuity in the market. I'll often say to people, the only repeat business we get would be legacies or siblings. And so it's a new market every year, and the perceptions in that marketplace change through time. I'm in my 10th year. And when I came and I said to everybody, there's a storm gathering, I'm about to turn to our board this weekend and say, there's a new storm gathering. And we have to start getting ready for 2030. And what's that going to look like for Central?